Yo, what's good, my baby? Hello, hello, hello. We did it, man. We did it. And listen, this Acheron, these stats are not like, they're not the craziest, as far as like whales are concerned or whatever. But for me, it's pretty darn good because I might as well just be a new player. I don't even have like a month's playtime. I'm pretty sure I don't even have. I might just barely have like 3 weeks plus. So I haven't even unlocked like all the traits and stuff, which is what I'm going to work on now. Now that I have exactly what it is that I was looking to get, I'll work on that. So the main thing with her abilities, it's a lot. It is a lot that you have to like take into account. So this is her technique outside the in the overworld, basically, which kills everything. And all the normal enemies just die. The elites and the big bosses and the special fights that you have, the special encounters, those you can't use it in. Like, you can still use it against the elites and stuff that are interactable, but whenever it's something that's like bigger than that, it's just it doesn't really work. With the elites and stuff, you still do the damage. It's just they don't die immediately, but that's fine because the AoE is freaking huge. It's 200% of her attack, which is massive. And this is kind of like, I know people have said like, oh, you can run her either attack or lightning damage. I think it's better to run her attack because the lightning damage that you do is basically going into her attack. But there's very small bits of her kit where you are doing just like straight up lightning damage. So like here in her ultimate, so like that's why it's like either or works. But I think having a mixed amount ends up being better, since you do need to have both, which is interesting that you need to have both. She just does a lot of damage. That's all I can say. Like, she does a lot of damage. This stuff is broken. Like, it's absolutely absurd. So she builds up stacks. I won't sit here too long. These traces are huge for her. They are massive for her. This one especially. So before this trait, you had to build up to 9, from 0 to 9, and like you could do it, but man, was it like it took a while. Instead of like 1 turn, it took 2 turns, and that's like the worst possible outcome. But you would never really run into that. Like as you play the game and get stronger, that doesn't become an issue. But you do need to play through the game in order to get this, and now is the time to play through the game because you won't have Dr. Ratio in like a few days. So he was actually intricate piece in my account being saved, because before that it was pretty dead. I was running Seeley. I did have Kafka and she was pretty good, but then like anything where her element isn't prevalent, just because I hadn't had her built up, she's still not built up now. There was just like a massive struggle. So with this character, I don't have those issues with this character. They're busted. Like, they're actually busted. They're absolutely broken. Everything about this character is just absurd. Like, it's absolutely absurd. Every single time you hit this up, the damage increases. Like, what? And then like this is a huge difference maker as well, because like usually this is spread out But if it's up against one enemy, it gets as strong, as potent as it possibly can be. Like she does everything incredibly well. She has no weaknesses, be it single target or AoE. She does both like ridiculously well. It's absurd how well she does them. So that being said, now it's just a matter of like using my I'm pretty much going to be using my my gems, my crystals, to upgrade the traits and the relics, because my relics are not that good. They're just not. Like, this is the best piece that I've gotten since like trying to farm this stuff. And this one, like, it was just unlucky. I did not hit that, you know, I didn't hit that crit rate. If I hit the crit rate here, this piece would be pretty good, but instead I hit HP a lot. I think I hit that twice. I hit attack once and defense once. Yeah. Oh, I hit attack twice. Okay. Yeah, that's why it's on there instead of like this one, which I was also more than happy to run because of the fact, like, yeah, it's just 3 crit, but then that one doesn't have the attack, which is kind of like, I don't know how much to weigh that over this piece. Like, this one is more defensive, but it's, I mean, not by much. Only thing I'm missing from that one to this one is the HP percentage, which I don't care about that too much. Now this one, both of these are like just unfortunate because the last slot did not end up being crit damage, and that's what I was looking for. You can see there were attempts. There were attempts, and unfortunately we were unsuccessful. And again, it's like it's a part of the pieces there, but we also needed the crit damage and the crit rate, and we need to hit them. So the other 2 substats don't matter as long as it's crit rate and crit damage, and we just hit those. The others can be whatever. It doesn't matter that much. At that point, I'd just be like min-maxing something that you can't possibly hope to max out that much. And then again, this one was just really unfortunate. I was running this one before, and I just put this on Dr. Ratio because, I mean, why not? And we hit attack and we hit break. Those were the 2 that we hit, which, you know, not like the worst, but it's also not the best either. And then here again, same sort of thing where it's like we just hit defense. We didn't hit crit not one time, which is honest to goodness shame that we did not. They're just not good. That's all I can say. They're just not good pieces. So that's why the stats are the way that they are. We do have a good amount of attack. It was like 4K, but that's because we had the attack piece on instead of the lightning piece. So all in all, she's still the best unit that I have. The rest of them are really built up like that. Like this guy is supposed to be built like break effect. I got some energy regeneration on him. He's the second character that I've built up to level 80, mainly because his trace here, like, this is such a game changer. The way he works is you attack and you heal, so he gives life steal, right, on his ultimate. It lasts for 2 turns. Yeah, it lasts for 2 turns. With his eidolons, though, with the 4th one, I believe this one is like the second most important. The most important is this one. When he's using a skill, he removes the debuff and increases their effect resistance. So it's highly unlikely that he, I mean, this one is also important as well. So like in terms of importance, I would say this is priority number 1. This is, I would say this is like, I would say that's like probably 3rd priority, and then like the number one, the second priority between these two. This one. So like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because the break effect and the weakness break efficiency is like that's like it's just a bonus on a bonus. Really, it's not that big a deal. My Pela, from me summoning on Acheron's banner, I maxed out Pela. Before this, it was like I didn't have any Eidolons in her except the first one, I believe. And then from there, we managed to just keep hitting Pela. We also hit Don Hang a lot, like a whole lot, which is, you know, whatever. Now, I'm gonna, since I'm not summoning on Acheron's banner anymore, I'm actually leaning more towards Gallagher instead of Gwyneth, because I don't need her anymore. I can just run Pela. I can run her, Gallagher, Pela, and insert another character that can just fill the weakness bonus. Actually, I can run Sparkle in that slot now. Holy, oh my god. Yeah, that's why this is huge. Because I can run Sparkle now. And the team is just absurd. Like, it's absolutely insane now. So it was a great run for Gwen. She was actually very nice at the time, but now I can run my beautiful Sparkle. And she's not built up like too crazy. We still have stuff to unlock for her, and this one is pretty huge because we get a 15% attack steroid, and then she's also giving herself a 5% attack bonus, which also is, you know, increasing her steroids that she gives to everyone else. So it's actually pretty huge that we were able to get what we got. And we don't have that many. Hey, here's the thing. I can go ahead and what I will do is, let me see. This is massive. Like at this point, like I am beyond content. And I said, like, hey, when I get these, I don't need that many. I can just farm these. I can just be patient and farm these instead of using these. But at the same time, it's like, let me get a couple of these. I'll get a couple. I'll get like this many. I'll get that many and call it there. So now that I don't need to run Gwyneth, I can run Sparkle. This team is busted. This is like the best team that I have, bar none, for Acheron. It's like the absolute best team. Because we only need the other Nihility unit, and now, like, yeah, we're set. Because Pela is her best friend. Pela is absolutely her best friend. So now that we have that, it's like we're sitting pretty. We're sitting real pretty. And then here, you know, she has these. I don't really have. I gotta farm out the I have to do a lot of farming, as you can tell. So it's like, it's nice, but it's not like the best that it can be, obviously. So we just kind of leave that there because it activates the ability that we want. And then, yeah. So like, this is why it's so massive to have her. She does so much. So much. It's insane. It's so absurd. It's so unbelievably busted. The team is ridiculous. I don't know how else to say it. Like, this team is crazy. Yeah, there we go. So this is what we do now. The only thing we need at this point is this right here. And we need an energy regeneration piece. I think that's good enough. From then on, that's good enough. Everything else is kind of like, it's a bonus. Like, this here is a bonus. But it's a pretty big bonus because, you know, it unlocks this crit damage, which you know how good that is. And effect resistance is good. HP is good. All in all, her traces are pretty solid, man. Like, there's nothing where I see it's like I wouldn't like this or I wouldn't want that. Right? They're all pretty good. So yeah, from here we just we play. From here we play. Having a bit of a screen tear. I don't know why. This has been happening. This has been happening a lot today. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It spikes and then it's like, it is what it is today. Don't know, man. I don't have an answer. I really don't. I don't have an answer as to why it's happening. Where can we go? Okay, it stopped. Cool. We do need to farm this. That is something that we have to do within. What does Sparkle need? I mean, I know what we need. I wonder if I could run that team and be okay. I feel like we'd be fine, actually. Just because of how good Acheron is on her own. But with like support, we can just out damage stuff and it's perfectly fine. So what is it? Oh, they need the same thing. Okay, well that makes it easy. That makes it very easy. All we do is head right here, seclusion zone, let's teleport, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. I could run this. You know what, let's run this. I use one of those, and where is it? Where's the HP one? I know this one is it. I forgot to use that. Is it that one? Yeah. I believe it is that one, but I actually want that one. Effect resistance, just to top it off, like it should be fine. Oh, that's a lot of damage reduction. This is also a lot of damage reduction. What do we need to make this? Oh, we don't have the recipe for that. Yeah, we'll just rock this. Yeah, let's run this one. See how we fare. This is pretty much like no weakness bonus whatsoever. So I want to see. We're kind of just chilling for right now. So I'll just heal. Here's where it gets interesting. We'll pop this. Yep. This is what we're doing now. 317k. Okay. So, yep. I mean, at this point, we don't really need that right now. But yeah, this is what we can do with this team. Like, it's absolutely absurd. Now here's where I pop this. Here's where we pop this. Oh, I screwed up. What I should have done was I needed to get rid of the debuff on her, on Sparkle. So I already screwed this up, but I mean, you see the damage, man. You see the damage. Like, this character's absurd. This character's absolutely insane. I did absolutely screw up though, because I should have healed her. I don't think she dies though. Just barely doesn't die. And this is why Gallagher is so good. Having trouble? Not anymore. Boom. And these count. These, like, we do this. She's doing a ton. Now we do this. In GG. GG. So the only weakness bonus that we had, the only one that we had was Pela. That's how absurdly broken this character is. I want to go ahead and show you all. I want to show to you all what my account looks like, because it's I can tell you this, it's not good. How many does it show? How many days I've actually played? It doesn't. Maybe it does somewhere. I don't know, but let me just because it's not gonna be accurate no matter what. But this is my account. Like, this is my account. These are characters that I have. I know how to duplicate for her. I heard Yukong is pretty good too as a support, but she has to be maxed, so you know. But you know, the characters, I haven't built up Himiko yet. I haven't built up Herta that much. When I was first playing the game, I did, because I was actually considering building up Herta. It was between Herta and Pela, and I chose Pela to build up. But this is my main team right here. I decided like this will be my main team. I was going to summon until, you know, I got this. Mind you, free to play. I'm like, well, free to play plus, because I did the monthly pack. That's it. That's all that this account has ever spent on. There's nothing else. I have Bailu, I have Kafka. She's not built up, so you know. She should have crit, but I've barely farmed any relics, and the ones that I had weren't all that great. So what she has is what she has. I've done no farming for Dr. Ratio at all, like none for his relics. So that's why he looks the way he looks. Same thing with this guy, except like the fact that I was farming for the electric set, I just get this anyway, so it worked out. So I was able to get that. Same with Bronya. I'm working towards. I don't know what her best set is. I'm pretty sure it's the speed set. But you can run half and half. I've seen people run half and half. But you can tell like it's completely bare bones. Light cones, I do have a good number of signatures. I only have 3, I'm pretty sure. I did not get I didn't get Sailors, but I did get Acherons. I have Gallagher's. I'm pretty sure that one's free. I have this one on Pela. I'm pretty sure that's like good enough for her. I have Sparkle's Light Cone. I don't have Bailu's, which I don't think it's that necessary. I don't have Kafka's, but I do have Dr. Ratio's. So I have 4. I have 4 signature light cones. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the best one for Trailblazer, the main character did. So yeah, and I have a second one on this on Gwenevin, just because I don't really have that many like good light cones. Just to show them off, like the collection. Actually, I go here, inventory. There we go. So yeah, this is what I have, and then I got this one too for. I don't know why I got this one for Nihility. Doesn't make sense for me to have it, because I'm pretty sure the one that's on Pela is better. This one is fine for Kafka, I think. That's why I got it initially. But then I suppose I swap it out whenever I feel like, you know, this one does better. But Pela's just the best in slot because of the defense reduction. What does this do? Loss turn exceeds if the amount of their own HP soon was greater than. That's interesting. That is interesting. We just recently got this from finishing the story. So yeah, that's the account. I don't have that much farm, as you can tell. Like, I've been using a lot of resources and changing a lot of resources to get other resources that I have like overabundance of now. Like, where is it at? Where is it? This one. So this one, when I first started, when I first had Acheron, I didn't have any of these because I wasn't in Pinaconi. I was still in Lufo or the Zanshu. Like, I was still in that story, so I didn't have any of these. And then when I got the Pinaconi, I mean, you could see it. Like a ridiculous amount of these. I was taking these here, and then I was converting them to this here, so I could build up my Acheron. But now it's like, yeah, don't even need it now. But yeah, I mean, like, Acheron is trivializing the heck out of the game for me. I'm loving every last bit of it. I am absolutely 1000% pleased with my decision, because I I had this dilemma where I'm like, okay, Acheron is coming out in a few days, and I haven't farmed everything, but the what's it called? What are these currencies called? Because I don't want to call them primos. I know they're not primos. They're stellar jades. Okay, so the stellar jades, I was like, it was starting to dwindle, right? So I'm like, oh man, I need to make sure that I'm not in a position to where like I either make the decision to keep trying to go for Acheron, or I save and I go for Acheron because of this. Let me just show this. Because before I was summoning and I wasn't getting Acheron, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm not getting Acheron. This kind of sucks. It's been such a long time since I've gotten Acheron, right? But then I got her. Before that, I lost to 50-50. You know, hopefully they show it. Yeah. All right, so right here, right? That's when I lost to 50-50. Before that, hopefully it shows, because I haven't done that many summons. When did I first get? Yeah, we went a long time without getting Acheron. All right, so like, I'm pretty sure that's when she first came out, right? Yeah. So we did quite well. If you think that's good, it was quite a while. Sparkle took a long time, bro. Like, she took a ridiculously long time. I don't even know where Kafka's at. Yeah. So let me go back in. It took a long time, bro. When I say it took a long time, I mean it took a long freaking time. So that's where Acheron was. Before that, it took forever. It took forever for us to get what we got. And thank you. I'm grateful that we got it, because oh boy, it was a struggle. Welt is when we lost to 50-50. I don't know where my other Acheron is at. Like on the oh, you know what? I think because it happened so recent, it hasn't updated yet. That's why. Cause I mean, you can see like the time, it says it's 4:35. I just pulled the Acheron like a couple minutes ago. Well, not even a couple of minutes ago. How long is this video? Like 40 minutes ago, I pulled the other Acheron. So I did this today. I got 2 Acherons within the same day. So that's what happened. Like, we went a long time. It's like, okay. But I had the mindset, I'm going to get Acheron at Eidolon 2. Bare minimum. That is the bare minimum. And anything past that would just be like a super luxury. Absolutely, I want Acheron to be Eidolon 6, right? But the main goal was to get Acheron E2, so I didn't have to run 2 Nihility. And as a free-to-play player, you really should not do that. You should not go for it, but I reached for the stars anyway. Despite what all the YouTubers said, EO, Mr. Pokey, Tectone, the ones that I'm aware of. I know there's others, but those are the ones that I watched personally, that like over time that I've watched. And there are some other ones too, but I don't remember them at the moment. I'm not familiar with everybody in the Star Rail community, just because I just started playing. Before this, I wasn't playing that much. Like, I would come on off and on, just because like what the game released with is like the same thing that I played with in the beta, and even then it was just like not that great. But the reason I didn't play that much was because they nerfed the like this. Seal is still my favorite character, like in both in design and, you know, personality. She's one of my favorites. But then Acheron came and it's like, damn, she's like everything and more. I still love Sela, like, don't get it messed up. Bronya and Sela are my two favorite characters in the whole game, with Natasha. Like, if we're talking top five, Acheron, I actually do like her personality a lot. I like her personality a lot. She's really dope. So Acheron, Seal, Natasha, Bronya, and Kafka. I'm kind of questioning the order though, because I really like Kafka. I like Kafka from the very beginning. Like, she was the unit. She was the character that I wanted. Like, it didn't matter what was happening, what she was going to be. I was getting her. I think I even remember like leaks when like people were trying to figure out what her element was going to be, and I think there was speculation that was physical, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I don't care what element she is. I'm getting her. But you know, time passed and it was like, oh crap, no wait, Sela's broken. In beta she was broken. She was like really, really good, because you could as long as you killed an enemy, you could keep resetting and getting the buff of having to like attack again. And then you had the combo with her and Bronya, and it was absolutely busted. And Bronya could use her advancement on herself. I still to this day don't understand why they nerfed it to where you can't do that. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense why they did that. Bronya still, like, it didn't do anything for Bronya. Like, she didn't get, like, what Bronya was doing as a character, she still performs that to this day. Like, even with the addition of Sparkle, Bronya's still doing exactly what you want Bronya to do. Whatever team you have Bronya in to like fulfill that, you know, those conditions, she still does that. Now you just have the added addition of Sparkle, where they have like different functions. They have similar functions, but they function differently within specific teams. Like, I don't have the character, but the Don Fang, or whatever his initial name was, the Elder, that version of Don Hang, the imaginary version, Sparkle is his best friend. Like, before that you could run Bronya, but they're like SP leeches, so it didn't work out. With Sparkle, that activates him in a way that is like insane, like absolutely absurd. And his banner was like up, I think, recently, but I abstained from going for him and I went for Kafka. Like, whoever was up at that time, I didn't care. I'm just like, I'll just wait. I'll wait because I know Acheron is coming. I heard people talking about Acheron. There was leaks like, yeah, she's busted, and you know, I remember Tectone saying like, I don't care about Acheron, I'm going to something for Sparkle. He said something like that, right? And then we got Acheron's numbers and her functions. It's like that tune quickly changed. Like, all the people were saying like, Acheron's not gonna be that great, you don't need Acheron. And then Acheron released and it's like, oh yeah, no, everybody, you should pull for Acheron. You're free to play right now, you should get Acheron. Like, this is the best time. Like, what is it? What is this version? 2.1? Whatever this version is, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2.0, because 2.2 is when Aventurine releases. I also like Aventurine a lot. I didn't like him at first, but then he grew on me. I actually like his backstory a lot. He's really dope. I like those type of characters, because he's not like, he's anti-hero. I like anti-hero characters. Acheron is she's kind of anti-hero too, but you know, it's just, I think it's dope. I think it's really dope. But those are my top 5 characters. We talking top 10? Gallagher's in my top 10. He is, bro. Gallagher is Gallagher. Whew. Whew. Gallagher. Yeah. My guy Gallagher. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My boy Gallagher. But Acheron is just like, yeah. I don't like Topaz, by the way. I did not like Topaz. And I'm still kind of iffy about Topaz just because the way she was introduced. I don't really like that. I really don't like that. But she's cool now. Even with me figuring out her backstory, I just didn't like the way that she was coming in and doing what she did. Like, it makes sense though. Like, if you take the emotion out of it, it makes sense. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't feel like the same way as I initially did, where I'm like, yeah, just get rid of her. Please let her, like, remove her. Please get her out of here. I don't feel that way now. Topaz is cool. Topaz is cool. And whenever her banner comes out, maybe I'll make attempts to something for her, just for the Topaz and Dr. Ratio combo. I heard that's pretty good. But as it stands right now, Acheron is my focal point. Gallagher is my focal point. Pale is my focal point. Sparkle is my focal point. And I think from there, I'm going to take. I'm debating on whether or not I want to run Kafka. I might just run Kafka with Gwyneth and call it a day, or try to build up Dr. Ratio, because Kafka and Dr. Ratio actually do a pretty good job with the follow-up just because of how they interact with each other. So maybe I do that. I'm not sure yet. But Bronny is probably going to be on the team. I don't know what my second team is going to be. I'm just going to focus on this first team, and then from there I'll figure it out. Because again, like, I have not farmed up a lot of this stuff. Like, a lot of this stuff, like, I just got around to doing. Like, a few days ago, I still had links in the Yukong stuff, just to give you an idea of like where the account was at. So yeah, like, there's stuff. There was just stuff that was not done. And even now, there's still, like, I haven't touched this. I haven't touched this. I just did this, like, not too long ago, some days ago. The Foxy and Tail, like, I just did that some days ago as well. Like, within the last 3 weeks, like, all this stuff has been farmed out. Like, the last two to going on 3 weeks, like however long it was. So there's still a lot to do. Obviously, I haven't done the Dream World, the Memory of Chaos stuff. I haven't done the Simulated Universe stuff. I haven't done completely. Like, you see this, I haven't done that yet, just because I haven't cleared the 8th world, because I was farming the other stuff, and people were saying, like, well, if you don't have this set up yet, which is, this was the goal, right? But you have to make do with what you have currently, so that's what I did. So I was farming World 6 when people were saying, Jesus Christ, Bellabog is not, like, it's painful. It's actually painful, because it was a lot. I had a lot more of these, but I salvaged them to roll for other stuff. This was one of the rolls. This is why I even have this at all in the first place. I haven't rolled on it. If this rolls crit, I think I'd like it. Crit rate? Of course not. And that's what happened, because I had a rope as well, and that's the exact same thing that happened. I just discarded it. I had another one of these as well, and then it didn't work out. So that sucks. This is going to actually help me go from this crit rate piece over to a crit damage piece, because that's the next best thing. It's either I get a crit rate piece with crit damage, or I get a crit damage piece with crit rate, which I think is a lot better. And I'm pretty sure most people's setups have that. But for what I have right now, I think this is pretty good, because I have 66% right here. And I don't know if it's factoring, like, if it's factoring other elements in of the relics, because with the relics, like, you get you know, I get crit rate here, I get 8%, so it's like 76% or something. And then with my Eidolon, 76, and then we have 18 here, so we have 96, right? And then the relics themselves, I pretty much have 100% crit rate, and then I get the damage increase right here for the ultimate. So that's doing, you know, a lot more damage. And I think that's a multiplicative buff as well. So I'm not actually too bent out of shape about not having her, what's it called? Her ideal relics, whatever these are called. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm just plenty pleased. There's not a whole lot that I'm really concerned with outside of making more content for the game, uploading more, playing the game more, and seeing what I could do with this. I like, there's not a whole lot as a free-to-play player that I could ask for outside of like Eidolon 6. But again, I'm chilling, I'm good. I don't really need much else. Like, this was it. I'm completely grateful and thankful and content with this. And then from there, it's just like we focus on adventuring. And I don't know how necessary his light cone is. But my light cone summons are actually insane. Like, they're actually nuts. So yeah, let's just go. How long does it actually take? That's what is Earthly Escapade? I don't know what that one is, but yeah. And Baptism of Pure Thought, yeah. And then that's where it stops. That's where it stops. So you can kind of see like where like I started and then I stopped, and I started again and stopped. Like, you can see where it picked up at. Like, that pretty much lets you know like where I've been in terms of like playing the game. And before that, it just wasn't even like existent then. So yeah, there's been a whole lot. Like, there's been a whole lot that I'm just incredibly thankful and grateful. These are a bit more spread out, but I'm pretty sure this shows like exactly around the time where I was like playing, because I did play like the very first day. What'd that say? Who was that? Himiko. Yeah, Himiko in March, and then it goes even like further than that. Okay, so like that's when we started. That's around the time we started. At least summoning for here. I don't know where it would actually show that. I'm pretty sure I gotta go like on the official website or whatever to show that off. But yeah, man, I am just, the performance that she's able to put out is so unbelievably, it's so good, man. And you can just farm, bro. Like it's so good. Like, she's like the complete character for me. She's like everything I could want in a character. And having not played, like playing off and on for pretty much like effectively the whole year, whenever the game released, it's just like it's it's perfect. It's she's the perfect character out of at like as it stands. Like this is how you present an anniversary character. She's just everything that you could possibly want in a character. And I know Jing Lee is gonna release too, and she's like really good. I played with her the trial, but Aventurine is like absurd, bro. He's like actually absurd. I really like Gallagher. Gallagher's like incredible. And I think like the ultimate team where it's just like there's no way, the only way you die is if like you're really really bad with your decision making in your reaction time. I just don't see how anybody could die with like a sustained, with like this is a better Luocha, which is also why I didn't touch his banner, because like why would I? And this is just a better version of him, a proactive version. Like if your team's super aggressive, this is the better version. But Luocha is just like a super comfort pick, so it makes sense. But I prefer Gallagher. The way that I play this team is like just ridiculously aggressive. Super slow Acheron, slightly faster Gallagher, slightly faster Pella, and then my Sparkle is the fastest. Obviously she needs to be the fastest because of her role for the team. She needs to be the fastest, but my speed is like severely lacking. That's something that'll get reprimanded over time when I'm able to farm more. But I think my main focus should be Traces right now. Like as of this very moment, Traces is like my main focus to get the like all of these, because I'm still missing out on like 8% attack, 4% electric damage, or 5%, and then the 11% crit damage that's sitting right there, which is gonna take these. Like I was able to hit like 1,000,000 plus like not too long ago on Acheron, and look at these like it's insane. It's actually absurd. It was like there was help, so you know there's that, but yeah, it was just like it was insane what she's able to do. It's actually, it's like, it's so insane, it's so absurd. Like I really really appreciate how good she is and what she's able to bring to the table. How do you zoom in? How do you zoom in on the controller? Huh. Oh, that's how you do it. The right and left trigger. Okay. I didn't even notice. Like, what the why does one wait why is one boot bigger than the other one? And she has heels too. I heard the click clack and clip cloppies. But she's dope, man. I like her. Her eyes are similar to Dr. Ratio's, by the way. They have similar eyes. Like the way they look like. So like check Kafka's, right? And then check Gallagher's. His is just dead and like sullen. Hers are more like gems, I suppose. And then I mean Sparkle's just she's a beautiful individual. Her eyes are great. Balu's, but like yeah, to stay on the on point. Theirs is more like a demon's, like the eyes that you would get for like a humanoid demon. Ratio and Acheron have similar eyes, and I do remember there was like, what was it, a trailer, and I swear it was a mix between the way Acheron's eyes look, but it was colored like Dr. Ratio's, which has me believing that one of these two is like absurdly evil, like ridiculously evil. What is her hold on, isn't she gonna, I was gonna say her transform state, her eyes, I think those are her eyes actually that we saw, because I'm pretty sure it was in the Black Swan trailer where she tries to invade her space and then she got completely donkey punched, and people were saying like, oh yeah, they're smashing. Like, I sure, bro. Sure. I do not confirm nor deny this. It's just like, all right, well, that's a thing that people are saying. Yeah. Dude, show your eyes. Show your eyes. Damn it. Okay, so it doesn't show it. There was I just got finished watching a trailer. She's doing it here too. Thank you, Acheron. I appreciate it. I like both of her forms. But yeah, I've rambled long enough, man. It's just, this is basically me showcasing the character and like what I've been able to put together, being completely free to play. Like, as I've shown, like, I haven't spent any money on the game outside of what you see there. Wasn't there like a refresh too? They did a refresh, and I was looking at them like, man, I should probably take advantage of these prices before they reset. Like, it was right before Acheron was like here, because they refreshed these. They got the bonuses back, and I'm like, I should probably clear this out, even if I'm not gonna use it, but I'll be tempted to use it. I should clear it out just to get the bonuses back, so when I actually do decide, like, yeah, I want to, go full time with this game and, spend money and all that good stuff, that I have that, cleared out. So I'd spend like a little bit less. The impact would be a little bit less, but it's not like it's gonna matter. Like, when I spend money on this game, it's gonna be like the thousands anyway, right? But until then, I'm pretty much free to play plus, because I've not spent money on Nameless Honor. As you can see, I've done none of these. Not one time have I bought this pack, this battle pass, excuse me. Not one time. Not a single time. The only thing that I spent money on was the Supreme pass, or the supply pass, excuse me. This is it. And there was a couple of days that I missed, by the way. So yeah, it's been like 3 weeks plus. That's how I know it's been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks plus. Going on 4 weeks because of this. This is when I like really started playing, because I'm like, okay, I can probably do what I need to do and get to where I need to go if I just get this. And I trusted myself to just farm, because I could have been lazy and just spent money like when Sparkle released, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna wait. And when Kafka released, I think it was at the same time. Let me actually check. Because I'm pretty sure Pride shows like the banners in what they had. Okay, so we're not in 2.1. I'm sorry. When 2.1 comes is when what's his name leaves. When Dr. Ratio is gone. So it's a good time to do it now instead of later. Do they show? They show the current and the upcoming stuff, but that's not what I'm looking for. Whatever. Whenever Kafka came, that I summoned for her. Whenever Sparkle came, I summoned for her, and then I just chilled. No, that's not true. I did summon for Black Swan because I had Kafka. So when did they release? I'm pretty sure it was Kafka, then it was Black Swan, and then it was Sparkle. Or one of those two. One of those two is interchangeable with the other one. And then that's when Acheron came. Because I did try to go for Black Swan. Because I was like dead set on the Kafka Black Swan combo. I was like, oh my god, this is like the best thing ever. And I was gonna all in on DLT. And I think I still will. Whenever Black Swan comes back around, which is probably gonna be some months, but whenever she does re-release, I'll go for her. I don't see myself going for Boot Hill Whenever he releases, I'm just not interested. I've seen what he does. I've also seen what Robin does. I don't remember her exact function though, so we'll see. And I'm also like I don't know how the other languages are with her singing, but I'm not interested in hearing her. Like every time she ulties, I gotta listen to her go, "Welcome to my world." I'm good. I'm so good on that. I do not want to hear that, man. I'm sorry. I'm so good on that. I really am. But yeah, we'll just have to we'll see when we get there. That's not for a while anyway. Like that's for another like a month, a good month, because the banner is going to be out for, well, how long was Acheron out for? Was it like 3 weeks? Is Aventurine going to be another 3 weeks as well? I don't know the life cycle for these banners. Is it 3? I'm pretty sure it's like, isn't it supposed to be like 2 weeks or something? Anyways, I'll be summoning for Aventurine just because, like, he's absolutely going to go on the second team, like the secondary team. And right now you only need 2 teams. Two teams into variations of, like, you know, 2 teams to clear content. So he would go on the second team and make it so what with what I lack in damage there, because, you know, Acheron is hard carrying me, I can make up for it with Aventurine and his defense buffs and his shielding that stacks. Like, that's absurdly broken. Like, he's going to be like a god. He's absolutely going in S+ tier on the tier list for everybody. I'm certain he is. Like, all content just S+. There's no way he's bad. And you can trial him right now. If he releases as is, which I'm pretty sure he's going to, if he releases as is, no changes whatsoever to his kit, he is S+ tier. By far and large, S+ tier. Like, he's absurd. He is absolutely absurd. But I've rambled for long enough. I want to thank you all for watching, though. Feel free to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know if you want to see more Honkai Star Rail videos. They're not going to be this long. This is like the only exception, unless I, you know, specifically have something that I want to cover, like story or something in game, which I was thinking of doing, covering my time as I was going through everything, but I just immersed myself in it and I was like hardcore grinding. Well, quote unquote hardcore grinding as much as I possibly could, like refreshing as much as I could. I wasn't using any stellar J's to refresh though. I have used all of my fuel tanks for stamina to get the relics, to do the farming that I needed to do, to push the account as far as I could to get more J's and progress through the story. That honestly, without Acheron, I don't think I would have gotten through like a good 80% of the stuff that I did. Like, she's absolutely carried me in the best way possible. So again, I'm absolutely grateful and thankful for that. And with that being said, I will see all of you in the next video.